Well, Oregon State, you know, give them so much credit. They are a really good execution team. They executed their game plan and played to their strengths better than we did. And, you know, I thought this was the first time in a long time in our building that they really did exactly what they wanted to do. We've been successful in the past here of really taking them out of what they wanted to do and forcing them to go to later options, and we weren't able to do that tonight. So disappointed that we didn't have more effectiveness on the defensive end of the floor. We didn't, I think we have a lot more fight than we showed today on that end. I like how we responded in the second half in terms of how really taking it at them. I liked Kennedy Burke's aggression coming out in the third quarter, and I liked how our entire team got these 2 touches. Offensively, obviously, we would have liked to have played better, but against one of the best defensive teams in the country on your home court, if you score 73, it's really not, offense is not the issue. And allowing 83 points and allowing them to shoot 72% in the fourth quarter, that's just not going to get the job done against a team as good as Oregon State. The one thing I know about our team is they will respond, and you will see the fight on Sunday.
Like Coach Corey said, I think that offensively it probably wasn't the issue. I think that in the first half it wasn't any secret that we weren't doing really well on offensive end, but we were still down 6 at that point, so it wasn't anything that offense could fix. So no, I wouldn't say it was anything that they were doing particularly, but I think it was just on a defensive end. We weren't really focused in on what we were supposed to be focused on.
I think we're built on being able to run in transition off of defensive stops, and when you take it out of the net that much and have to go against anyone's set defense, it's going to be to their advantage. I mean, this was a half-court offensive, for the most part, grinded out kind of game for both teams. We scored enough to make the other team take it out of the net a lot. But the reality is, if you're like us, who's built to play in transition and to get things before their defense has a chance to set up, it puts us really hard. So now we're playing to our weaknesses, not to our strengths. Yeah, I thought our defense was actually really good. We got a couple layups. We got really good shots. I kept telling Kennedy, those are good shots. We're getting the right kind of shots. Stay the course. Don't let our offense dictate our defense. And that's where we have to mature, is that, you know, when it's frustrating but you're doing the right thing, we have a phrase in our program that you just can't get tired of doing it right. And we were doing a lot of things right, and we let our frustration of not getting rewarded affect the game plan. And, you know, that's something we got to catch. And, you know, maybe I should have called timeout earlier in that second quarter or wherever we were, but I thought we were fighting. I think you're right. I definitely thought we were prepared. And we had a really good shoot around, and it's very rare that I don't think we're prepared. We don't find a way. And so, yeah, I do think we came out with good energy. We just weren't able to sustain when we weren't getting rewarded. They're a good team. There's going to be runs. I mean, they're a really, really good team. And our conference is really, really good. So we better get good at that pretty quick. Were you guys tired down the stretch?
I mean, I think it's a tough game, so I mean, it's just a lot of energy exerted, but I feel like I wouldn't say we were like tired. I think just, I mean, like Coach Corey said, they're a good team, and they were trying to isolate certain players, and I think that we weren't really adjusting well, so I think that that's something that we can take and just learn from for the Oregon game. Well, I thought, like we said, we got the ball inside. You know, we allowed too many
points for them. I think the two things that we did well is we dramatically kept them off the three-point line of what they've been doing. They've been averaging, making 11 threes a game, and we really did take them off the three-point line more. Now, we didn't rotate as well as we could have sometimes, and that's why they were able to get some of those layups. But I didn't think those times weren't as difficult. So I thought we chased them off the three-point line. I thought we actually rebounded aggressively. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. We're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. I thought we really competed on the boards, and I thought we got the ball to these two inside, which was a big piece of our game plan. So those would be three positives I would take away. We have to disrupt on defense, and it doesn't always have to be, again, pressure player to player. Against them, it's hard to zone a whole lot because of the way they shoot the ball, and it's everybody on their team. But we have to find ways to disrupt other teams. The offensive rhythm of this conference is too good, and we have to do that to allow us to be able to play in transition. So we're going to have to figure that out, and that's my job to help us do that. Yeah.
We kind of talked about this in the locker room. Just like we know Oregon is a pick and roll team, just similar to what they were doing in the Oregon State game. So we know that's something that we have to fix tomorrow. And just defend, like Coach Corey said, like we've been saying, we didn't really defend well like we should have. So that's something that we do need to translate into Oregon game because they are a good team.
Yeah, I would just say we talked a lot earlier about winning our own battle. So I think that's going to be big for Sunday. It's just about it's me and you, and we have to just win that personal one-on-one battle. So that's one of my biggest takeaways.
Yeah, I think, pick and roll defense is going to be the absolute key to the game. We got to get enough stops so that they can't set their defense. In the past, they've either switched all the screens or they've played zone. And so if they're able to set their defense and try to keep us in front, then it relies on us being hot from the outside, and that doesn't play to our strengths. We've had good nights and bad nights there. But we got to get enough stops so that we can attack before they set their defense, and that's no secret, and that's what this conference is going to be about, right? So if you want to beat the top 5 team in the country, you have to play to your strengths and not allow them to play to theirs. I know that I don't want to oversimplify it, but it is that simple. Whichever team plays to their identity and to their strengths better is going to come out on top. So we've got to come out with this incredibly focused determination that we know exactly who we are, we believe in who we are and the way in which we're built, and we've got to take away what they do best. And that will be the challenge. Obviously, Oregon's really good, and we've had some epic battles over the last couple of years, and I look forward to having another one on Sunday.